Hello everyone, it's Lisa here and welcome back to my channel. So today we are building another base game home, and this one is just a simple, happy looking family home, I believe. It's a base game home and it's part of my save file again. And we are actually, when we are finished building this house here, the whole neighborhood of the courtyard lane is finished. And I'm so excited about that because now I can finally start decorating everything with the tool mod a little bit more. And I think that's one of the most fun experiences, just like adding more details to the whole world because yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. I will make sure to post some screenshots or post a short or anything like that about it. So you can see how the whole neighborhood actually comes together with the tool mod and with more details around everything. Everything will be base game, and I'm so happy that we are actually finished with one neighborhood. So I will make sure to work on the neighborhood, on the next neighborhood next Sunday again. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. So anyways, this happy family home is for 3 Sims. There's a big bedroom for the parents. There is a kid's bedroom upstairs. I also included a big drawing room or painting room where one of the Sims can I thought that one of the Sims, like the parents, is very big into painting and everything, so therefore I just gave them a very big painting room. And the kid is also very much into painting, so there's also a little kid's drawing table in there, and I just thought that they could draw together there, and I thought that's a cute idea. So the floor plan took me a while to figure out, but I'm very happy how everything turned out. I think it does make sense. I think it's very nice and everything. So yeah, there's also a nice big backyard. There's a little garden shed and yeah, some activities for the kid to do. And just in general, I am very happy how the backyard turns out. And yeah, I hope you will like it as well. And I would love to hear what you think about the build in the comments. And also, if you enjoyed this build so far, or if you're enjoying the video, you can absolutely give this video a thumbs up, because those things really help me out. And I would appreciate that, but no pressure. If you don't like the video, then you don't have to. But if you don't like it, well, then why are you watching? So anyways, so the shape of the house is finished. We are finished with the whole roofing and everything, and now we are just adding a couple of more windows. And yeah, so the front porch I just decided to not give them a roof there. I just placed down some base game fences just to create this little, I don't know how to call that, but just some more details here and there. So yeah, I wasn't too sure about the whole wallpaper situation, but as soon as I pulled out this orange siding here, I was just like, yep, that's it. I love it. I don't know, it just looked perfect here. I don't know, I was so happy with that. Adding a couple of more chimneys here and there because I just wanted to have a couple of more details because, well, with base game you just have limited possibilities, and therefore I just decided, yep, a little chimney here, that's it. So yeah, adding a couple of more fences here and there, and just changing up the chimneys to a color where I thought that would suit better. And yeah, we are also, of course, adding a couple of flower boxes because, well, I'm a big fan of flower boxes. They just make everything look so much more cuter, and I feel like I use them in every single one of my builds. But, well, even though, if I think about it in real life, I've never lived in a home where I had flower boxes on my window. That just doesn't make sense. I feel like it's just kind of weird, or not weird, but it's I don't know. In the wintertime in Germany, it does get cold, and I don't know if flowers would survive here and everything. I mean, I did used to live in a couple of homes, not only apartments, but there we never had flower boxes. I don't know, is that an American thing, or is that just a Sims thing where I just place, I don't know, I place them everywhere, but they're just so cute and they just give so much more detail. So yeah, well, anyways, I also created this tiny little I don't know, garbage shed something, or it's not really a shed, but yeah, I placed some garbage cans outside and just created a roof on top of that. I built that. Yeah, you probably saw how I did that. I mean, if you are, I'm really bad at explaining things. So if you want to see how I did that, like to have the roof on a different height than the other roofs, just, I don't know, look at the video a little bit more closely maybe. Or I also do upload those longer versions of my builds, which are not as sped up and with our like ASMR sounds and those things, and without any cuts and stuff. So there you can also absolutely see anything. Like if you're curious how I did some certain things about the whole build here, feel free to check that out, that video. It's linked in the description box and you can see every little detail there. So yeah, if you're curious about anything, that's where you will find it. So yeah, we are working on the landscaping now, and well, we are almost like finished. Not finished, but this is the landscaping I'm going for with the whole build. Just some, I think most of them are debug plants actually. Yeah, just some low-lying bushes and some red and some white and also some orange bushes. And yeah, here we are just changing up the front porch. I love how those red bushes here in those space game in the debug planters, how that looks like. I think it's super cute and just adds more detail to the whole build. And now we are working on the little, I don't know, driveway or whatever you would call that. Yeah, since this whole lot here is on a corner street, I decided to add the driveway for the cars on the side of the build, because in front of the lot there wasn't just too much space for that, because there was the house basically. Yeah, so I built that on the side of the road, and I really like how that turned out as well. We are using a bunch of base game debug fences here and there to create the whole backyard, and here we are working on a shed. So I think I end up placing the workbench in the shed because it just made the most sense to me. But if you have any of the expansion packs, you can absolutely change those items out and just build whatever you want in that shed. I mean, I think a flower arrangement table would suit here very nice, or also just some items from Eco Lifestyle, those fabricators and everything, or the candle making thing station, or I don't know. I think most of the activities do fit here pretty well and pretty nicely. So yeah. Yeah, that's the shed, and now we are just framing everything a little bit more with some fences. And yeah, well, most of the items I'm using here are just from the debug menu, because, well, they kind of look more nicer than the ones we have in the normal game, like not in the debug menu. Oh yeah, I also gave them this telescope because, well, I had some space for that, and that's why I just decided to use it. So yeah, here we have the monkey bars and also a picnic table. So that's where the kid can just like have some fun and play around. And yeah, the backyard is quite big itself. There's also some open space, so your kids, they can like just play around here. And if you have some more expansion packs, because, well, with base games everything is limited, well, you can totally just, I don't know, maybe play some soccer here, or just some, I don't know, some sporty activities. And yeah, here we are working on the little barbecue area. So there is a big dining table where your Sims can just hang out in the summertime and enjoy a nice barbecue. And there is also a little planty a little planty garden with a couple of plants. So that's what I placed here as well, because I thought one of the Sims, like one of the parents, one of them is very much into painting and the other one is into gardening. Well, with base game we have just we have limited skills, so therefore I feel like every build it's like similar, with like paintings and well, some of them are into music and some of them are into like gardening, but that's basically it, because, well, it's limited, but that's totally fine. I mean, well, I think with just base game you can actually also have a lot of fun in the Sims, because, well, probably because you don't have that many bugs with just base game. Basically, that's the main thing. But, well, anyways, the backyard is finished and we are working on the kitchen now. And I'm so glad how the whole interior turned out. It's so like bright and colorful and happy looking. I'm a big fan of colorful builds, so therefore obviously I had to make this whole build more colorful. And yeah, I think the whole kitchen and also the living room area, I think that's my most favorite room in the whole build. It's just very much like colorful, and it doesn't look that much like base game to me, at least. So I try to use as many items from the like newer base game updates because they tend to look more nicer. Yep, I think they tend to look more nicer because, well, the old base game items, they just have this, like, the texture is not that nice and everything, you know. There's definitely some kind of evolution, like, improvement with the whole base game items, so I try to use more nicer looking ones. You know, but that's something I always do. Well, obviously, I use the items I think look the nicest and not the ones where I'm like, I don't like this item. Then I'm not gonna use it. So, yeah. Anyways, cluttering up the kitchen now a little bit more. I placed down this lunchbox here because they just give so much more detail to, like, I don't know. I feel like that just looks like a kitchen from a family. Like, if you place these lunchboxes everywhere, they're just, or not everywhere, but it makes sense for a kid to have a lunchbox, you know, so yeah. Okay, so there's also some aprons and just some more clutter everywhere, placing a picture here and there. And yeah, just basically I try to make it look as lived in as possible. And if you want to, you can also change up the kitchen counters there, the island counters, with a bar. I think that's also totally fine and possible. I think that should work. And now we are working on the living room area. So there is a fireplace here because, well, there's a chimney on the exterior and obviously I had to place a fireplace on the interior here. And we are just like, yeah, I struggled very much with the whole layout of this living room. In the end, I'm gonna draw a wall through the room to separate the whole kitchen and living area with the dining area, and I'm gonna place a big arch there. So I think that's the way everything turned out the best. It just wouldn't make any sense to me otherwise. So yeah. Anyways, there is a little bookcase on the side. There's the fireplace. I changed it up to this one because this one is more narrow and the other one was too thick and I wasn't able to place a bookcase next to it. It just looked super weird. So yeah, here I placed down this dinosaur painting, which I'm gonna change out though because I don't know, I wasn't 100% happy with that. So yeah, here I'm using those pillows that came with the African update we got sometime this month, I think. Just to make more details. I don't know. I think pillows on a couch just make everything nicer and just make it look more fun and just more comfortable in general. So yeah. Okay, here I'm changing out the picture. I think I'm gonna use that one, the pride flag one. And I think that one looks so fun and colorful. And yeah, so here I'm also adding a little, how's that animal called? Like the Easter bunny. Yeah, a bunny. It's a bunny. I placed the bunny plushie here and because it's colorful and I went for colorful items in the whole build. And yeah, just cluttering up the shelf here a tiny little bit more with various items, just some kids items like some play equipment, however you would call it, just in general some more like childish items because I want everything to look like there's a kid living here. So yeah, adding some posters to the wall. I think they look like film posters or something like that. Maybe these are like posters that one of the Sims like draw. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, just adding a couple of more details everywhere. And here I also already draw the wall and I had this weird 1x1 tile left. And yeah, I just decided to place the trash can in there. But if you have any expansion pack, you can make that work very easily. Just, I don't know, I think maybe with the Dine Out gameplay pack, you could place some wine coolers here. Maybe with the laundry stuff pack, you could place the laundry machine here. You know, there are a couple of ideas you could do with those 1x1 tile little corners. But yeah, I just decided to place a trash can there. And here we are decorating the dining room, and the dining room is already finished, and now we are working on the parents' bedroom. And that one was also a little bit of a struggle with the whole color scheme, but I'm very happy how everything turned out. I think when I changed the wallpaper of that room, everything was just way more nicer and looking, and yeah. So I just, well, again, placed a couple of colorful items everywhere. I love the little like sunflowers there. Well, I think I'm gonna change. I think I'm gonna switch up the sunflowers for a green plant, but well. Anyways, placing here, I'm gonna add there's a dresser and also a wardrobe, just so that your sim have some space to store all of their items. Placing a picture here, and there's another fireplace here because, again, there's a chimney on the exterior and I just want everything to make sense. So yeah, therefore they have their own little fireplace in the bedroom. I think that's quite cozy, even though, like, when I think about that now, I don't think I would feel comfortable sleeping in a room where the fireplace is just like on, you know, when I have like an open fire in my bedroom. I don't know if I would be able to sleep there like relaxed and everything, but well, I mean, in The Sims it doesn't matter, you know, it just doesn't matter. So anyways, bedroom is finished and now we are working on the painting area. So I really wanted this room to be a bit more on the bigger side because I knew that we had those items from base game, those painting items, you know, like the canvas there and also this storage thing, that thing where you can store all the canvas. I mean, it's just a decorational object. It doesn't really work, but I really wanted to use those items, and those are quite big items, so I really tried to make this room here as big as possible. And well, it's still not a big room, but it's more on the bigger side compared to other builds that I do. So yeah, I also placed down some aprons here because I just thought that those are like aprons they would wear while painting so that the clothes doesn't get like dirty, you know. I also placed down a couple of rugs in that room, and well, we're just gonna pretend that those rugs are not gonna get dirty, or that the Sims maybe just don't care about them getting dirty because there's probably gonna be some paint on them if you paint here regularly. I mean, if I'm painting something, if I paint like with acrylic colors, I always try to be very careful with them, but somehow I always end up placing like there's color everywhere, or not everywhere, but every now and then I do get a very nice stain on my t-shirt which doesn't get out anymore, or I have to clean the table a couple of times because there are like, paint. Because there's paint everywhere. But well, doesn't matter, it's okay. So yeah, anyways, we are decorating the bathroom now. So this is the bigger bathroom, which is downstairs, and there's also gonna be another bathroom upstairs. The bathroom upstairs has a shower tub combo, and here downstairs there's just a normal shower. I placed down this double sink here, and I'm very happy how the whole color scheme in this bathroom looks like, because I don't think I ever used this red tile on the floor, but I decided to go with this wallpaper. And when I used the wallpaper, I was like, okay, what kind of flooring would look nice to that? And I tend to always use the same flooring and wallpaper in base game bathrooms, so I'm quite happy that I managed to switch that up a little bit. So we are working on the upstairs area now, and this is the kids' bedroom. And again, I struggled with the layout here because it was kind of weird, the whole shape of the room, and well, but I'm very happy how it turned out in the end. Everything is more on the red side and the white, and also some blue colors here and there. This is on the second floor, and in front of the room I also placed a little like office area, I would say, where also maybe one of the parents can just like work and everything, and they can just, there's a computer, so your Sims also have a computer here. And there's also, I did not give this kid here like a proper desk area, because I thought, well, maybe they just work at the office area in front of their room, or maybe they just do the homework in the dining room or whatever. I think when I was younger, I very rarely actually did my homework on my desk. well, in general, I very rarely did my homework, but that's not a good example. I wasn't the best student, but well, that's, yeah, anyways. So we are almost finished with the whole build. I'm just changing up some colors here and there, and then we are finished with the build. So I hope you enjoyed this build. I hope you're also as excited as I am to be finished with this whole neighborhood and to be able to clutter everything up here and just to make everything look more nicer. And yeah, like I said, I probably will post a little short about it, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Sims 4 builds. And then I hope you are going to have an amazing week and everything, and I will hopefully see you all in the next video. Bye!